morning, beloved. This is Pastor Rodney Adams, Big Calvary Baptist Church, with a moment of meditation. So, how are you doing in your service to God today? You see, that's important because many people don't seem to understand that we have a responsibility to actually serve God. Now, someone may say, I'm living right. And the fact that I've chosen to live right proves that I'm serving, but that's not serving God. See, Romans chapter 12, verse 1 says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. In other words, living right, beloved, is the least that you can do in serving God. It's what God expects of you as a child of God. And that's important because the Bible teaches us repeatedly that we're not to live for ourselves, but we're to live for Christ. The Bible says in Revelation chapter 4, verse 11, thou art worthy, O Lord, thou hast created all things, and for thy pleasure they are and were created. In Proverbs chapter 16, verse 4, he says that the Lord hath made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. Listen to what Peter says in 1 Peter chapter 4 and verse 1. For as much then as Christ hath suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourselves likewise with the same mind. For he that hath suffered in the flesh hath ceased from sin, that he no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lusts of men, but to the will of God. Beloved, God expects us to live our lives to honor him. He expects us to be in his service. 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 14 says, for the love of Christ constraineth us, because we thus judge that if one died for all, then were all dead. And that he died for all, that they which live should not henceforth live unto themselves, but unto him which died for them and rose again. Beloved, we're not to just simply do our own thing. We're supposed to be living and honoring God by doing what he tells us to do. That's why Jesus taught us in Matthew chapter 6, after this manner therefore pray ye, saying, our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. What daily bread? Is he talking about food? No, beloved. He's talking about give us this day our daily assignment. Give us the route that you want us to take. Cause us to know your will so we can do the things that honor you and please you. You see, 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 8 teaches us, wherefore we labor that whether present or absent, we may be accepted of him. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Christ, that everyone may receive the things done in his body, according to that he hath done, whether it be good or bad. Beloved, the Bible is teaching us that one day you and I are going to have to give an account to God. We're going to have to answer for the time that God gave us here in the earth. And how we live our lives, how we serve him, is going to determine what type of reward we'll receive in eternity. Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 13 says, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. Jesus tells a story in Matthew's Gospel, chapter 25, starting at verse 14. He says, for the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country, who called his own servants and delivered unto them his goods. Unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, to another 1, to every man according to his several ability, and straightway took his journey. Then he that had received the 5 talents went and traded with the same, and made them other 5 talents. Likewise, he that had received 2, he also gained other 2. But he that had received 1 went and digged in the earth and hid his Lord's money. After a long time, the Lord of those servants cometh and reckoneth with them. And so he that had received 5 talents came and brought other 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained beside them 5 talents more. His Lord said unto him, Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. He also that had received 2 talents came and said, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 2 talents. Behold, I have gained 2 talents, 2 other talents beside them. His Lord said unto him, Well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. Then he which had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee that thou art an hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not strawed. And I was afraid, and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there the house that is thine. His Lord answered and said unto him, Thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knewest that I reap where I sowed not, and gather where I have not strawed. Thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, and then at my coming I should have received mine own with usury. Take therefore the talent from him, and give it unto him which hath 10 talents. For unto everyone that hath shall be given, and he shall have abundance. But from him that hath not shall be taken away even that which he hath. And cast ye the unprofitable servant into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Beloved, something I want to point out here. The man that had the 5 talents, that gained other 5 talents, heard the Lord tell him, Well done, good and faithful servant. You've been faithful over a few things. I'm going to make you ruler over many things. Enter into the joy of the Lord. The one who had 2 talents also went and gained 2 more talents. He heard the same thing that the man had heard that gained 5 talents. How is it that the Lord would treat the one who only gained 2 more talents the same way he treated the one that gained 5 talents? I'll tell you why. Because verse number 15 says, when he gave those talents to them, he gave them to them according to their several ability. In other words, God gave them what he knew they were capable of handling. He knew that they could, if they used properly what he put in their charge, they would produce a harvest for him. And God is saying the same thing to us. Every one of us has been gifted by God to serve him, to do his will. And he's not looking for you to compare yourself to or be like someone else. He just wants you to do what he's called you to do. One day, you're going to give an account just like I will. Make sure that you're using your talents wisely to serve the Lord. It's a moment of meditation. I'm Pastor Adams. Think about it.